Were you ever hurt by someone that was really close to you? And yes, it probably really hurt because they're really close to you. When that happens, just ignore it. Let it go. Don't respond right there from anger or any other emotion that doesn't serve you. And if you will let it go and if you do ignore it, you'll see that that person that is close to you, there's a reason they're close to you, and you could even strengthen the relationship. Now, when I say ignore it and let it go, I don't mean the person. I mean ignore and let go your will to answer from a place of anger or from a place of hurt. Because if you'll do that, it won't, I'll take it to a different place. It won't not help the relationship. It might even destroy it. So when something like that comes up, when you get hurt from someone that is close to you, there's a reason it really hurts, because that person is really close to you. And when that happens, that could be a great opportunity to strengthen your relationship. Remember, there's a reason you decided to be with that person or with that company, with that business. If it's an intimate relationship, even more, okay? There's a reason. There are good things over there, and you don't want to ruin that. So let's put that in our mind, okay? And we'll get back to that in a few minutes. And remember that now, at this second, you want to just breathe, and soon we'll walk through what you're going to do in that case, because it does hurt, okay? That's someone that is close to you. The reason, like we said before, it really hurts is because you appreciate that person, that company, like I said, much more in personal relationships. You appreciate the person. So if someone from the outside, someone that you hardly know, would tell you the same thing, someone you just now met in the street, you won't really care, right? Because you hardly know the person. You'll say, okay, I have no clue what they want from my life, but you'll continue on. But when it's someone that is close to you and you open your heart to that person and you feel close, then you could get much more hurt, because basically you took off your shield, you put it aside, and now the arrow could come inside and hit you. The thing is that if you learn how to work with it, it could actually be a great opportunity for growth and strengthening the relationship, like we said. But before we get to strengthening the relationship, whether I said it's with your spouse, with your friends, with your workplace that you appreciate, there are a few steps before to do that. You don't just say, okay, you know what? I want to strengthen the relationship, we'll be fine. It doesn't work like that. Before that, first you need to accept that it does hurt, okay? That phase that you got hurt, it hurts, period. No, nothing to add for that. Then we go to the next step. I could give you an example. I served, as you know, in reserves, fighting terrorists, and as part of my service for my people, for the country, to defend, the people that are dear for me, I also got injured. And I got injured because I served my country, okay? I served them, I protect them from terrorists that are trying to murder, kidnap, rape families, and other civilians. So in the past few months I was in recovery. Now I got this message telling reserves, calling me back and telling me, hey, we want you to come back even though you're in the middle of recovery. And the first thing, I got really hurt, because I said, like, I almost gave my life a few times, to the country, and now you're stopping me from my recovery. I want to come back and serve whenever I can. Again, serving in as many different ways, not only military. But in this case, I want to come back and serve when I heal. So why are you stopping? I'm like, you're stopping me from recovering. Like, I want to come back and help, and now you only do damage. In the beginning, I didn't ignore. I got hurt, and I sent back a message, and I was kind of angry. After that, I realized that before we continue, like I'm responding from a place of anger, from a place of hurt. And those are not healthy emotions in this case. So I was fine with that message. It was really short. And then I stopped, okay? I stopped. And by the way, I'm talking now in terms of military, but it also happened to me in a relationship that the girl said a few words that, again, I respect her, so I won't share it here, but that did hurt me because they had nothing to do with the truth, but that's what she felt. So it was her truth, but it wasn't fact. And before responding and responding it wasn't anger, it was more disappointment. I decided I did the same thing like I did over here with the reserves, with the military. And I'll walk you through the process. And you could do this process in any type of relationship, like I said. Most of the times it would be helpful for you much more, in your personal relationships, intimate relationships, because you're there much more in life. But it could help you really in any type of relationship in life. So whenever it is that you get hurt from any type of relationship, you might respond in the beginning from an emotion that doesn't serve you, whether it's anger, disappointment, frustration. And if you do that already, we're human beings, it happens. But now maybe it's a time to take a few steps back, okay? Take a few steps back. And maybe if it's, towards the end of the day, go to sleep. If it's with your spouse and you don't want to go to sleep upset, maybe just, go to a different room, take a few deep breaths, and again, you need to fit this to your whatever happened to you. But whether you could go out and take some air for a few minutes, nice. If you feel you need a few hours, fine. A few days, also good. It's all good. But when you're going, and this part is really important, when you're going to take that air, to take those deep breaths, it's not that you're ignoring whatever happened. No, you're not. You're feeling the pain that you got right now. And you are feeling it. You are ignoring and letting go the response out of that pain, response out of that emotion of frustration and anger and disappointment. Later on, when you'll share, actually you might share from a place of pain, but a place that wants to connect, to reconnect, because you appreciate your spouse, you appreciate your friend, because you want to be with them. And if you don't forgive, the only one that will be actually hurt from that whole thing in the long term is you, because when you don't forgive someone, you're the main person that's getting hurt over here, because you have these heavy emotions inside of disappointment, anger, upset. So when you go and you take these few steps back and you go and breathe, what I did is I went to sleep. Okay, I said, okay, enough. I need to cut this day, and now it's the time to go to sleep. I took a few deep breaths, went to sleep. I woke up in the morning, and what I told myself was, again, it wasn't only with the military, it also happened to me in relationships and different times. And what I told myself before I respond, it wasn't a place, I don't want to respond. I want to share what I feel for us to get to a better place, to strengthen that relationship. So I said, before I do that, first I'll breathe and I'll understand what was the reason that I decided to be with that person, okay, in that relationship. What are the qualities that I connected to, okay? I wanted to be there. I wanted to be in this relationship. I wanted to work at that job. Why, okay? And think all of the good things about that person, about your spouse, about your company, about your friend. Why you want to connect to them, okay? There's a reason, okay? You got hurt because that person is close to you. So why are they close to you? Think about all those good things. Now, after you thought about those good things, change your mindset from a place of respond to a place of sharing. Because many times, things go sideways, not because the other person meant them to go sideways. Maybe there wasn't an understanding, or maybe actually, yes, they're upset and they did want to go sideways for this second. But many times it's our interpretation of what we heard or what we saw that caused that, disturbing emotion to come up. So try to reframe, okay? Try to think in their shoes. Why did they say what they said? Number one. Number two, did I really understand them? Maybe I didn't understand what they said. Maybe I interpreted in a way that doesn't serve me, that doesn't serve the relationship. So after you took those few breaths, went to sleep, whatever it is, and you thought about all the good qualities of the person, and you reframed, okay? You asked yourself, how can I interpret it in a way that serves me? Now, go and share what you felt with a person. You can also share the pain. And from a place of sharing, from a place of letting them know I appreciate you, and because I want our relationship to get stronger, or the job, you might even decide you want to leave your job, but because I appreciate what you gave to me until now, and we might not continue together, and I'll go look for a different job, but because of that, I want you to know A, B, C, D, and then you decide you want to stay at that place or you want to continue, and that's fine. But you're doing it from a place of sharing, not attacking, because if you come and attack that person, you attack the person you are with in a relationship, and again, doesn't matter what type, they'll attack back. and all of your breathing and thinking good things about them won't help. So, by the way, also when you share and you say all these nice words, they might still feel, if you don't do the right way, and the way that you know if you're doing it the right way or not is if they attack you back. Because if you're sharing from a place of, I care, I want this relationship to work, I want us to get stronger, or appreciate what was and I continue, whatever it is, you'll see that most of the times that would actually strengthen the relationship. Yes, that conversation might be a little bit tough and might be with a lot of pain, but if you come from a place of sharing and not responding, not attacking, so actually that could be a huge opportunity for growth and taking the relationship up, up, and up. But if you come from a place of attacking, it would just destroy everything. Now you might tell yourself, well, you know what, I don't want this relationship, I don't want this job anymore. Well, good, but realize you're talking from a place of anger and not forgiving. And that could be fine for some time. But if you continue having those emotions, the only one that is going to get hurt and is going to continue and be hurt is you. That's it, because that person continued on in life. So if you decide that you don't want that person in your life anymore, I would still share. But if you don't want to share, so at least do the forgiveness within you. Now, if it's a person that is not close with you, fine. So it doesn't really matter what they say. You could appreciate them as human beings, all good. But like I said at the beginning of the video, probably won't hurt that much because they're not that close to you. And it doesn't really matter because it's not a person that you appreciate. So what they say, it doesn't really have a role in your life. Because it's someone that is close to you, and because, like we said, there are reasons that you are with this person. Remember that there are reasons you chose to be with that person. Whether it's a friend, spouse, I said business, I don't care. There's a reason. Now, why not make this opportunity for growth? Yes, it might be painful. Yes, it probably was painful. But now share and learn, okay? All this life is basically reflecting, learning, implementing what we learned, okay? So we learned something from this situation, and now take it for a place of growth. And then you'll see that next time that something like this happens, and you practice this, so then you start to understand each other more, and it becomes much more closer relationship. And by the way, sometimes it won't work again, and then again, reflect, learn, implement, equals growth in that relationship again and again. So do that and you'll see how your relationship becomes much stronger. So remember, release and ignore, but release and ignore you want to respond out of a place of anger, of resentment, of disappointment, of a feeling of failure. And wait, do those steps and come and share from a place of wanting to connect and wanting maybe also to connect to the pain, wanting to share. But at the end of the day, there's a reason you want to be with that person. So also wanting to grow, even though if you decide to move on, that's fine. It's all good. But again, from a place that you can grow inside and make your tightened relationship stronger with you, with yourself, and let go of that, resentment and anger, because you're the only one that is getting hurt from that in the long term and also in the short. So do that, grow your relationship, and remember, okay, always, whatever it is that you're going through, that the most amazing things in life are the ones that you take for granted. When you see that, when you understand that, when you feel that, you'll see that you get tools also just to enjoy every day and to appreciate what you have. Because you might have a lot and you don't even see it. But not only to appreciate and enjoy what you have, you'll also get from that strength to go through all the challenges that you have, all the times in life that are hard. And yes, you'll fall down, but then you'll grow and get even stronger. I hope you enjoyed the video and you got some tools to overcome your challenges and light your path. For us to help other people, please press that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget that the most amazing things in life are the one you take for granted.